Today's word is retronym. Retronym refers to a term such as analog watch, film camera, or acoustic guitar that is created and adopted to distinguish the original or older version, form, or example of something from others that are more recent. For example, while ordering a regular coffee, Sam started to tell the barista about how regular coffee is a retronym until the next person in line sighed with impatience. Another example is Framework has also formally renamed its first laptop design, the 13-foot retronym, to distinguish it from the newer Framework 16 gaming laptop, quoted by Andrew Cunningham, Ars Technica, on March 23rd, 2023. Did you know? Remember way back when cameras used film? Back then, such devices were simply called cameras. They weren't specifically called film cameras until they needed to be distinguished from the digital cameras that came later. Similarly, the term desktop computer wasn't often used until laptops became prevalent. A lot of our common retronyms have come about due to technological advances. Acoustic guitar emerged to contrast with an electric guitar. A brick-and-mortar store came into use to distinguish traditional stores from online retails, like your Walmart versus Amazon. Walmart is your brick-and-mortar store, whereas Amazon is your online store. However, even though Walmart is a brick-and-mortar store, they have an online store as well. But that online store is backed up by the physical store. Retronym was coined by Frank McConwick, an American journalist and former president of the National Public Radio, and was first seen in print in 1980. Retronyms themselves are, of course, much older. British English, for example, is a retronym called into service when American English was developed. That is very true, because a lot of people would say, well, what's the difference between American English and British English? Nothing really, except for how we pronounce things. So when it comes to learning English, or any language, to be honest, English in general is hard, but American English is harder to understand and learn, because we could say aluminum and people in English could say aluminum, or however they pronounce it in English, because they pronounce it slightly different. They might also pronounce it the proper way. Like we call an elevator, whereas they call it a lift. So until next time.